Hi, sweet kiddos. It's Mrs. Harbert, also known as Old Mother Harbert. I hope everyone's doing good, enjoying the warmer weather outside. We sure miss you guys. We are celebrating Earth Day this week on Wednesday. We're going to be reading a couple books that kind of tell us how we can help take care of our Earth. Our first one is called Earth Day, Hooray! It was written by Stuart J. Murphy, and the illustrator is Renee Andriani. All right, let's look here. Looks like it might be, maybe about trash? Lots of cans. I don't know. Herbert can't seem to get the book open. Here we go. This place is a mess, said Ryan. Well, that's why we're cleaning it up, said Carly. Come on, pitch in. The Maple Street School Save the Planet Club was cleaning up Gilroy Park, the site of this year's Earth Day celebration. They picked up candy wrappers, crumpled newspaper, empty coffee cups, old flyers, lost tennis balls, and lots of aluminum cans. Look at they're pitching in and helping clean up. So it's always great to pick up some litter. If you ever do, make sure you wear some gloves and you have some trash bags to put it in. You know, said Ryan, even after we're finished cleaning the park, it won't look all that great. It could really use some flowers at the entrance. Gilroy Park had a few trees and some grass, and that was it. If we take all these cans to the recycling center instead of throwing them away, Ryan continued, they'll give us money for each can. Maybe we can make enough to buy some flowers to plant. And in this book, we have lots of little spots that give us some facts and some interesting information. So this one says, in 1999, recycling and composting kept about 64 billion tons of trash from ending up in landfills or being burned, which pollutes the air. Wow, that's a lot of trash that was recycled. Mrs. Watson, the club advisor, thought Ryan's idea was fantastic. She said, if you can get 5,000 cans, that should be enough for some really beautiful flowers. I bet we won't find that many, said Luke. This little fact says companies pay recyclers about $1 billion a year to buy aluminum. The club sorted all the cans they found. Ryan, Carly, and Luke filled small bags with 10 cans each. When they had 10 small bags, they put them in a big bag that held 100 cans, so that would be easier to count. So if we have 10 bags of 10, we could count by tens to get to 100. Let's try it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. They ended up with 3 big bags of 100, 5 small bags of 10, and 9 single cans. They left the bags near the trash bins so that Mrs. Watson could pick them up that evening. Let's try to see if we can see how many cans they have. So we have 100, 200, 300, 310, 320, 330, 340, 350, and now we got to count by ones. 351, 352, 353, 354, 355, 356, 357, 358, 359. So 359 cans. Here's this guy. He says, I knew we wouldn't get 5,000. He's kind of a negative Nelly, huh? But the next morning at school, Mrs. Watson called Ryan, Carly, and Luke to her desk. Bad news, she said. The trash collector at the park didn't realize the cans were for recycling. He took them to the dump with the rest of the trash. Ugh, I knew it, said Luke. I knew we'd never do it. Don't give up, said Ryan. We can still collect cans. We'll have a can drive right here at school. I don't know, said Luke doubtfully. It will only work if a lot of people bring in cans. Well, I like Ryan's attitude. He's always thinking it can happen. Luke, I don't know. He needs to work on being a little more positive. All right, here's their teacher. She's writing down some facts. Americans use more than 80 billion aluminum cans a year. Whew, that's a lot of cans. Americans save 247 million pounds of paper every day to be reused and recycled. The custodian, Mrs. Jones, set up a barrel in the hallway. Luke made a big sign. Mrs. Watson helped Ryan print up a flyer announcing their goal. Carly drew a cartoon, and it says, Earth Day Hooray! Cans recycled so far? 0. Help us reach our goal of 5,000 and plant flowers in Gilroy Park. Here's our little facts over here. It takes only 60 days for an aluminum can to be turned in, melted down, and made into a new can. In the year 2000, Americans recycled more than 1.5 million pounds of plastic bottles. The next day, a few kids brought in cans. After school, Ryan, Carly, and Luke went to check out the barrel. They sorted the cans into bags. They had 5 small bags of 10 and 6 single cans. That makes 56. Oh, we'll never get anywhere at this rate. Carly wrote 56 on the sign. We need to get more kids to help, she said. Carly, Luke, and Ryan got permission to visit every class and ask for help with the can drive. Carly worked all night so she would be ready. I guess she made herself a little can costume. It says, "We can do it." In the year 2000, Americans recycled 1,900,000,000 pounds of aluminum. The first Earth Day celebration was on April 22nd, 1970. About 20 million people participated. After school, Ryan, Carly, and Luke stopped at every park and field and picked up every can they saw. The next morning, Ryan, Carly, and Luke brought their cans to school. They went by the barrel to drop them off. "Look at these cans," said Carly. "I knew it would work." At recess, they counted the cans. They ended up with 6 big bags of 100, 3 small bags of 10, and 5 single cans. That's 635, even more than we had at the park. Carly wrote the total on the sign. Mrs. Watson walked by. "You're going to need bigger bags," she said. "I'll bring some tomorrow." So we had 56 yesterday, so when we add it up, it's 691 cans. When Ryan, Carly, and Luke checked the barrel the next day, it was overflowing. "We'd better ask Mrs. Jones for some more barrels," said Carly. They had 1 bag of 1,000, 4 bags of 100, 8 bags of 10, and 3 single cans. That's 1,483 cans. Carly wrote the total on the sign and remembered to put a comma between the thousands and the hundreds. So far, they have 2,174 cans. Ryan, Carly, and Luke kept working. Luke put signs up all over school. On Saturday, the members of the Save the Planet Club knocked on every door in the neighborhood. They handed out Ryan's flyer and carried big bags for people's empty cans. Recycling 1 aluminum can saves enough energy to keep a 100-watt light bulb burning for about 3.5 hours. Wow, just 1 can. On Monday morning, Ryan, Carly, and Luke couldn't dump their cans in the collection barrels because they were already full. At recess, they counted cans. By the time recess was over, they still weren't done. Mrs. Watson said they could skip spelling to finish counting. "And you didn't think this was a good idea," Carly teased Luke. "Phew, great, no spelling today." Finally, they finished. They had 2 huge bags of 1,000, 8 bags of 100, 5 small bags of 10, and 2 single cans. That's almost 3,000. It's 2,852 to be exact. Luke wrote the numbers down. "We did it," he shouted. "Earth Day Hooray! Cans recycled so far, 5,026. Ooh, so their goal was 5,000. They definitely went over their goal. Mrs. Watson took the cans to the recycling center right after school. And Saturday morning, she drove Carly, Luke, and Ryan to the plant nursery. They each picked out flowers in their favorite colors. That afternoon, the whole class came to Gilroy Park for the Earth Day celebration. The first thing they did was plant the flowers at the entrance. The park looked beautiful, and there wasn't a single piece of trash anywhere. The end. All right, so that was a good book that taught us how important it is that we need to recycle. We're going to be learning a little poem this week that's called Reduce, Reuse, Recycle, and how we can help our planet. Hope everyone's doing good. Stay safe, stay healthy. Don't forget to give mom and dad a hug. We love you guys.